Good day, good afternoon, and overall, great day to all of you. I'm your host,
Yep.
Alice Mobius, and with me is always my co-host, Sertlad,
Yep.
and we're going to be talking about the
And
update of the week or month, for this case, for both console and PC.
that's right.
Are you looking forward to it, Sertlad?
Um, partially. I mean, I saw one change which I'm not necessarily a fan of, but it is what it is, and I guess I'll just have to cope with that.
Of course, as always, we don't really have control over things. Well, starting off, we're gonna be looking at the update for console for the 26th of October of 2023. Starting off very strongly, we see that there is already a new material enhancement campaign, which we're going to be talking about very shortly. Along with it comes a special supply drop, which is guaranteed to get a mobile suit from the latest lineup, which means that usually of this year's lineup. So if you're looking for some of the more recent mobile suits that you can see on the screen, anything from things like the High New, the Double Zero mass production type, Zazabi FF, anything that came out this year, this is your chance. A limited special mission with new parts, which we're going to be looking at shortly, and a reinforced container recon team, which means that you have a higher chance to get crates while doing missions and completing missions. These events will be running throughout this whole week, as far as I'm aware. Let us look at it really quickly. Yeah, actually, no, it's going to be running for 2 weeks. That is actually looking really promising. 2 weeks of special missions as
Nice.
well, which we're going to be looking at right now. Starting off strong, we have the defeat at least 3 mobile suits 15 times. Get a top score for any result 20 times. Deploy to special battles 5, 10, 20 times. Defeat rival 10 and 15 times. Sort into 40 and 50 battles. And completing all of them, we're getting something brand new. The melee specialized program. Your thoughts on the component, Sertlad?
Well, it does remind me of certain upgrade, certain Warframe mods, which, for example, if you recall the mod called Overextended, which I think decreased the power of a specific skill while increasing the reach. Something of that nature, but for obviously now for melee specialization, which honestly this is a first when it comes to GBO2, at least as far as the various modification parts are concerned.
That is true. Increasing
Of
melee attack
course,
damage is for a trade off of range and health, if I remember correctly, yes.
yeah, and another thing to note is that it doesn't take up any part slots,
Which
which
makes it a very strong part to have on, honestly. So, for those that are on console, look forward to it. This is what is right now live on console as we're making as of the making of this video. Up next, on the same event, we have the return of, as you noticed from the event, simple battles. But those simple battles will be taking place in different maps than last time, which is going to be the jungle. That's a map that we haven't seen in a long while, haven't we?
I think that's simple battles. I think that's the special battles. In
Oh,
fact,
did I say simple? My bad. But yeah,
yeah.
the,
Um. So as you can see, it's on these will be taking place at the map's jungle, military base, and supply depot. With obviously the way the waypoints are being obviously switched up, shuffled even. Like for example, as you can see on the military base, it starts to become a well more or less a vertical line as opposed to a full-on map. At
and
least
really
when it
close
comes to
quarters.
the way, yep, the way the battlefield is concentrated. Same goes for same technically could go for the special battle on in the jungle, given that now that the waypoints are in the water,
Aquatic mobile suit will have
obviously,
fun.
yep, that's too. But another thing to note is that now that you can't really respawn on the shore unless you are in a base, I believe that the bits of land will be a somewhat contested piece of ground, given that you can't redeploy there. Also, we got the special battle on the supply depot, which, oddly enough, gives you the access to the tall buildings, which are generally used by supports right at the start of the match, with the base and by proxy the spawn point being fairly close to that. And with basically the whole diagonal placement of the bases being switched around. So yeah, that's
and
fairly interesting.
and we see that the hangars have become spawn points as well, so that's gonna provide a bit of cover if you manage to contest either of the two.
Yep.
Up next, we have the adjustment in parameters, aka mobile suit buffs and nerfs. That list is a long one to do in this single video, so we're gonna either cover them later or we're not gonna cover them at all. If you're interested, they are really easy to find on the website. Just look at the updates.
Yep.
The
There's
premium metal
there's a
update.
link right over there. Yep.
The premium metal update actually is really nice, as pretty much there have been quite a few complaints about how the premium metal does not give you enough mobile suits in the recycle ticket store. Those have all been doubled per premium metal, so bronze, silver, gold, and up to platinum, with platinum having up to 32. That is a great number if you ask me.
Indeed.
The matchmaking that has been changed that I think Certlat is not happy about, and I can see it, is the you're no longer able to sortie in groups in rated matches.
Yes. So basically, we're all stuck with the solo queue special needs people. If I were to put it in the most milquetoast of terms.
Pretty much you're gonna be sorting with randos, so hope that your coordination works well. Free practice got an update as well, where you now don't need to click save the changes and resume to save changes when you're training. Pretty self-explanatory, nothing real to look here. The new mobile suit, the Dice Traverse, we've talked about last time. It looks like a very solid unit. I've tried it out. It honestly is an absurd unit. Sheer firepower, really strong melee on a really powerful 4-star 650. Look forward to it. I'd say it's worth the roll if especially you like the unit. It comes with a boosted roll that it comes guaranteed with it. So if you do all the rolls here, which we were gonna load it up very shortly, you'll see that it gives you guaranteed Dice Traversia plus the custom part composite armor type B, which enhances your melee and beam resistance. That is absolutely amazing. You just cannot go wrong with that. Then we have a new limited supply drop with the new FF and the Sazabi FF plus the news Hyper Bazooka for the new FF. The premium login bonus, which we're going to be looking at shortly, which you can see right here. Pretty much for the first week, you get the Hazel custom high mobility form, then you get the Delta Gundam, and then the Galbaldi Beta high mobility type. All of them at level 1. New to the recycle ticket store is the Silver Bullet level 1, level 2, and the Isaac Cannon increased armor level 1, and the Black Rider level 1, level 2 have been added to the DP store, with a final addition of the level 4. It says Regizi ID, but it's the Regizi normal at 700 trade, and the Surzum Diaz Neozion level 4 at 700 support unit as well. Other than that, We have a survey that is now underway, so please look into it and fill it in. It's an interesting survey that might interest a lot of people. The link is right here on the screen for those interested. So go ahead and pause here and copy this over. And that covers the update for console, which leads us to the next part.
The PC update, of course.
Correct. So let's look at it, shall we? Would you like to cover it, Startled, since you're a lot more on PC than I am?
Well, yeah, but I do not have the articles pulled up, so
I have it set up through our shared screen if you wish.
of course, so I didn't think it was on Steam too. Give me a second, I can pull that up as well. And yeah, we're gonna take a look at it. So, coming up next, coming up soon, we have an Autumn Festival post event underway. Interesting. Uh, and with that, we also get some supply drop, oddly enough, which gives you. I mean, in its description, it says 5 chances in all that you can get a one mobile suit from this lineup. As you can see here, from the Kshatriya, Delta Chi, Unicorn, Atlas, Sananju Stein, Phoenix, Zeku's Y, the Banshee, Sananju, and the MP Double Zeta. Interesting.
It was
Right, and
chosen
then
by players, this list specifically, which is why it baffles me that out of all of the 4 stars, they choose a 2 star in that same list. But I digress. Here's the very list. All of them mostly being 700s with just the odd 2650s and 2600s.
indeed, and then we also get some limited time missions featuring the optimized underwater ordnance, which apparently can basically give the underwater advantage to any sort of a mobile suit, which obviously opens up a lot of opportunities for funny underwater shenanigans with the rest of the lineup. Obviously, with holy moly, we actually get the Ramzagok level 1. Okay. I didn't have to spend like 80k DP if I knew that, but oh well.
Should we say that this is also acquired through special battles, which were returned this month on console? So you finally on PC are getting to enjoy special battles. So that's gonna be fun.
Indeed. And there's also, in a limited time mission, you can obtain the Zaku Mariner, which that's nice. You know, you don't see this mobile suit a lot nowadays. I mean, in the G Generation franchise, it's almost been phased out. And in a lot of the newer games, it's almost exempt. So yeah, I'm happy that at least in GBO2 we're finally getting some love for this mobile suit.
Up next, we have the increase in container recon team. So you can find easier containers just like on the console. So that's really useful. Always remember, make sure that you don't have a penalty. The new mobile suit of the week is the Gym Dominance underwater equipment, a very strong unit to acquire. So if you're aiming to take a dive and take a dip, I'd suggest this unit. This unit is not scared of getting wet, and it for sure is not scared of starting a fight. For
Indeed.
other materials, we have the level 4 Zok, the level 4 Aqua Gym, and the Agugai level 4 available in the supply drops. So for those that want to use those 4 at higher level, sorry, those 3 at higher levels, I saw level 4, so my brain said 4 instantly. Have at it. 400, 450, and 600. That sounds like an amazing setup to have. On top of that, there is the premium sound and token pack DLC, which gives you 10 tokens plus background music from a very well-known Gundam series, such as Mobile Suit Gundam's UotM Team, Thunderbolt, War in the Pocket, Stardust Memory, Zera Gundam, Double Zera, Stars
Oh
Counterattack,
yeah,
Unicorn, Narrative, a lot from Code Fairy, the original Battle Operation Next, and that's pretty much it.
I'd
Unit
say that
adjustments.
most of it. Oh, if I may interrupt, yeah, I think that a lot of the songs in the lineup are heavily featured in other licensed Gundam games. So, like for example, the Gallant Char, which obviously is heavily featured in Maxi Boost. Same goes for Soldier from OFMS Team, Thunderbolt main theme, um, Imaginary Sky from 0080, Salt Waves, Mobile Suit Battle, Activate Double Zeta, you name it. It's like, aside from the Code Fairy tracks and the Battle Operation Next, there isn't anything new. Just, in case you were wondering.
Everything is something that already exists, but if you want to play along those tracks, go off.
Yep,
Uh, Here we see the special match changes for PC. So for those interested, go ahead and look at these really quickly. You can see that it's again very close quarters. The only ones that are not close quarters are Deserted City, but port base filled with water, tropical desert, and Deserted City are the three main um, battlefields that you're gonna be fielding in. And as someone who's played these already, I can say that my favorite was port base because the aquatic combat was a blast. Other than that,
that's right.
list of login bonuses, we have enhanced double Zeta Gundam. So if you are aiming to drop your tokens to try to get premium, try to get it on the first week because the enhanced double Zeta is a monstrous mobile suit. Boundock level 1 and the Vertex Kianos, all three of these units are top tier. If you're looking for them, here they are. Those units are monstrous. Personal opinion. In the recycle ticket store, we have the Gym 3 powered full armor level 1, level 2, and that covers everything. After that, there is a lot of fixes, as you can see, with the Sakodogas and Anjustein with the Zoltan variant, uh, and a few other things. So, for those interested, you look at them. Upcoming clan matches again. The schedule is right here. So for those that are interested, you just go in the Steam page and look through it. And I think that covers everything. The unit adjustments are going to be looked at a different time, probably. The Zaku Diver that is being buffed was unnecessary, but hey, that's just me.
It's
Yeah.
always necessary to buff the Xeon suits, especially the amphibious ones.
Either way, any more input that you'd like to put, Sartler, before we close off?
Not really. This was a great update video, please, in my opinion.
It had a little bit of everything. We had the PC finally covered again. We had the console covered. I'd say that this is it from us, fellas. As always, we'll meet you on the battlefield and have a great day.
Shirtlights signing out.
We'll talk to you all later.